So Tai Chi as meditation. I often joke around about Tai Chi being like a gateway drug into meditation. And the reason for this is that a lot of folks find it easier to move slowly than to sit still or even to stand still. It can be easier to move slowly. And what we do with our Tai Chi form, as one of many possibilities of what you could be working on in the beginning, is by moving slow, we start to take our mind and attach it to the physical movement, and we use the slow movement to drag the mind out of its frenetic state, that erratic, constant thinking, and we drag it into a slower state. And so this is one way that Tai Chi starts to help with the meditative process. Now, when we're looking at this, there's different stages to this, okay? And the reason that we can have such a hard time sitting still in the beginning, if you want to get into meditation, or often in Tai Chi even, people will settle into a comfortable speed or a habitual speed, and going slower than that becomes a big issue. Going faster than that can also be a big issue. Now, going slower than the speed we're used to can be difficult because we notice the difference between the speed of the mind and the speed of the body, and that differentiation, that creates a very big resistance. And this resistance is one of the reasons why a lot of people beginning meditative practice or seated practice, they go to sit and suddenly they're still. They're not moving their body, they're trying to sit still, and they notice this wave, this cascade of internal movement and tension occurring. And it can produce a lot of discomfort, a lot of anxiety, a lot of, you just become aware of all that stuff and you're not allowing it to move you. So boom, it hits you. And that can be a lot at once. So to help us work our way down to the point where we're calm enough that we can sit a little more comfortably, we can use the Tai Chi to grab the mind and calm it and slow it down. And this will then enhance our abilities to move into deeper meditation. Now, part of this works the other way. When the mind slows down, boom, it's easier and the body can settle into what it needs to do. So you can go top down or bottom up. Now, typically, we don't receive much training at all in our normal upbringing on how to work top down, how to use the mind, slow the mind immediately, and have that affect the body. But we know how to move the body, right? We know we can move our arm here, we can move it fast over here, we can slow it down and move it over here, and we can move our legs. We get that we can move our body. We know we have agency, most of us, over at least portions of our body. And so by using this agency over the body, we slow down the body and the mind begins to slow down as well. And maybe after 30 minutes of practice, you've now calmed the state of the mind and it matches the speed that the body is moving. And even with slowing down in Tai Chi, going from a more common speed or a faster speed to a slower speed can produce a lot of anxiety for students. We notice our balance more. I mean, it might be worse. It will be worse because you're moving slower. we start to notice that we forget what we're doing. You wake up in the middle of emotion that you've never been aware of before. Maybe the slices of awareness that you have access to, because of your speed, they've only taken snapshots of this part of emotion and this part of emotion. And so slowing down, suddenly you wake up in the middle of emotion and we go, whoa, where am I? What happened? And we are just becoming aware of a point in time and space, a point within that range of motion that we have never been aware of before. And that can throw us. We totally forget what we're doing. This is really common when we slow down. Okay? So this is, at a very basic level, how Tai Chi can help with meditation. And one of the reasons that it has a meditative effect on us when we begin to practice. And why, if we slow down, we'll encounter more resistance. But if we stick with that over the course of time within the practice session, it will pull our mind into that slower state. That differentiation starts to dissolve, the mind starts to calm, and it will meet the body at that slower state. And this can be very beneficial. It can help a lot with anxiety and stress and all the other things that we typically want to begin our Tai Chi practice to eradicate. So anyway, hope this is helpful and will encourage some folks to slow down the practice and really allow the mind to meet the body and calm into that slower state and more integrated state within that calm disposition that you may be looking for. Alrighty, just before I let you go, we have a Qigong workshop coming up in Vancouver, BC here. This will be on the 25th of July, Sunday the 25th, and we'll be looking at sensitizing ourselves to Qi, building Qi, saturating the body, saturating the field, as well as moving that Qi around. And this will be a full day workshop, 9 to 4, 3-hour morning session from 9 to noon, 1 hour for lunch, and a 3-hour afternoon session from 1 to 4 p.m. And there'll be a little time after for any extra questions or thoughts that students have. So if you're interested in that, you can shoot us an email. Head over to the website, which will be in the description below the video here. And hopefully we'll see some of you out there. Alrighty, thank you.